Today, we are looking at drum heads from the top 3 manufacturers in the game. We've got Aquarians, Evans, and Remo, and we are going to put them head to head to figure out what are the similarities and differences between these drum head manufacturers in the year 2025. This is the sort of thing where for new drummers that are just getting into gear and learning the differences between the different brands, this sort of thing can be useful. And also for drummers that maybe have had a preference between one of these brands for many, many years. Has anything changed in the years since you last compared them? Is there anything different in the manufacturing or the quality control or just the overall sound between Aquarian, Evans, and Remo? We're going to use the Dialtune snare, which means that we'll be able to put the head on fresh and then actually go through the entire tuning range from bottom to top without interruption, which is something that you don't usually see in head shootouts. Then after seating each head, I'm going to use the TuneBot to specify a couple of specific pitches, and then we will hear the heads back to back. But first, let's get these heads out of the boxes and give them the scratch test and the tap test. So these are the 3 heads brand new, and while they look very similar, they actually feel fairly different. The mylar, or the plastic used to make these drum heads, is different from manufacturer to manufacturer, and the coating they use is different as well. So let me see if I can give you a little impression of that with the scratch test. So here's the Remo coated ambassador. Here's the Aquarian texture coated. And here's the Evans G1. That's for those of you starting an ASMR channel or that use brushes. Feel-wise, the Ambassador definitely seems the roughest. Seems like the roughest coating. The Aquarian texture coated maybe is second roughest, and then the G1 kind of feels the softest right off the bat. So as far as the actual stiffness, let's see what they sound like in the tap test. Okay, so tap test with the coated Ambassador. Here's the Aquarian texture coated. And here's the G1. Now the collar on the 3 drum heads is also slightly different. The Aquarian classically has this little bit thicker, kind of stiffer feeling collar, which affects how it seats on some drums. The Remo is maybe the smallest. The Evans has a little more room on the inside, which I think is what they call the level 360 technology, where it just seats a little more easily over, especially oversized drums. But Remo deliberately has a particular collar profile, which they say is preferable for seating on drums. More important than all of that, of course, is what do they actually sound like? So let's put them on the snare. All right, so that's the comparison, and I would love to know what you are hearing through the speakers. Definitely as I was tuning these up and playing them, I went in with my own preconceived notions and preferences, but it was really a good reminder for me that I thought all of them sounded really good at all of the tunings. There were definitely some differences that I could feel and that I noticed when I was listening back, but they weren't necessarily better or worse, just different. And like I said, I really enjoyed how all of them sounded at all of the different tunings. But I would love to know what you were hearing. What sounded the best to you? And did this change your mind on any of your preconceived notions? So let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. See you next time.